considering how hot this team was the end of the final 2 weeks of the regular season with 6 straight wins, how demoralizing is their clubhouse right now, just knowing that these last 2 games just kind of fell flat on the offensive end?
I mean, well, we ran into some good pitching. I mean, it happens. It's baseball. You can't expect to put up 12 every game. I mean, that's these guys have been hot. I don't fault anybody for anything about that. We ran into some good pitching and hit a lot of balls hard that just didn't find holes. So it's unfortunate for our boys. They played hard and they battled, but we just came up short.
How hard is it to know that the season basically comes to an end just to get to that?
I mean, not easy. Never easy when the season comes to an end. These guys have put a lot of effort and energy into this season and been phenomenal teammates to each other and care about each other. See that come to an end is, it's never easy.
As a guy who played in the Pac-12, what does it mean to say goodbye to this conference of champions?
I've spoken on that before. This conference has been a staple for a lot of years and brought home a lot of national championships and produced a ungodly number of major league players and draft picks, and to see that dissolve is saddening, I guess. In a lot of ways, it's been a very fun, competitive, rival-filled conference for a long time, and see that part of it come to an end is disappointing. But for us, you turn the page and we're welcome to the Big 12, which is going to be a great conference for us. They welcomed us with open arms, and we'll be excited when that season starts next year.
Even with the loss, with the support of Coach Dillingham and new athletic director Graham Rossini here today, how is it for you to know that you have that support behind you moving forward to next year?
That's what ASU does, man. We support each other through thick and thin, and I was pumped to see Kenny and his boys out here supporting us today. That matters to us. We support our football team. We support all of our sports. That we're behind each other, and that was awesome. They showed up today and supported us. As far as Graham Rossini, I couldn't be happier for him or our entire athletic department. There's not anyone that cares about ASU sports as much as he does, who's plugged into the Valley the way he is and has the intelligence to handle that job as well as anybody. So I'm pumped for him. I'm pumped for our athletic programs, and specifically I'm pumped for our baseball program. We're trending in the right direction. We're not where we want to be yet, but I'm confident we're going to get the support that we need to get this program where it needs to be.
Coach, obviously don't want this, but just been Jacob's performance, your thought on that?
Penny threw the ball outstanding. He had the one mistake, home run to Gira, and he hit the ball well, obviously, but you tip your hat to Benny. He threw the heck out of it, kept us in the game. We just couldn't. We saw their best arms. All three of their best arms, their best starter, their best middle guy, and their closer. And we weren't able to muster a bunch of offense on them. We had a couple opportunities early that we didn't cash in as much as we could have. But it's a pretty clean game on both sides. And we came up short. It wasn't quite enough.
Where does the road go from here after 3 years at the helm? What do you reflect on, and where are you trying to improve upon going forward?
Well, I mean, we're obviously not to where I envisioned us, to be. We want to be continuing to play at this time of year. We don't want to be finished, and I'll self-reflect and reflect on everyone's position moving forward, and we'll see where that takes us. But I like the direction we're going. Just not quite there fast enough. We had a couple of tough injuries this year that I think ultimately, I believe we're a regional team, and I still, a big part of me thinks we're a regional team. Whether or not we'll get in, we'll see. But I believe we are one of the best 64 teams in the country, hands down. But that's not up to us at this point. That's up to the committee. And but a couple key injuries that hurt us a little bit, but. That tells me we got to get deeper to be able to withstand some injuries, and we got to get better across the board.
How confident are you working with Graham Rossini that you can get back to that regional stage and those Omaha aspirations?
Extremely confident. Graham's a huge supporter of all ASU athletics, but baseball is a passion of his. So I'm confident that with Dr. Crow and Graham, behind our sports programs, that we're going to get what we need to hopefully be successful.
Coach, you mentioned that this young staff was going to determine how far this team would go, considering how deep this offense was and how confident you were in this lineup and in this offense as a whole. How confident are you that in this offseason you can be able to improve this stuff going forward to where you can be able to possibly support this offense that was just so good this season?
I mean, we're going to have to. We're going to have to get some help on the mound and, be active in the transfer portal, and hopefully there's some good arms out here that see the opportunity to come to ASU and everything that we have to offer here. So we'll be aggressive in that market and try to continue to get better. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to be satisfied with this. This isn't where we want to be yet. So we got to keep getting better and look for ways to get better.
Coach, I know it's still fresh, but just how would you describe this season as a whole?
One that we challenged ourselves across the board. We put together a very tough schedule. We had a young staff. These guys learned a ton, and I think the improvement from the early part of the year till the late part of the year doesn't go unnoticed. I mean, these guys really improved and got to the point, like I said, where I believe we are a regional team. Whether or not that happens, we'll see. But these guys played extremely well down the stretch. The last 6 weeks or so, we're one of the hottest teams in the country, and that's after a very tough start to where we could have cashed in our chips early on. But these guys kept fighting and learning, and for that I'm extremely proud of these guys.
Coach, what's your lasting message for your players?
There's things you can learn from this season as a whole, and I think it goes to show you the importance of every game, whether it's early in the season or late in the season, that it all matters. It's the little details of things early on that cost us a little bit. Those are when we emphasize those in the fall and the spring. We got to take those a little bit more. Not that we didn't take them seriously, we got to emphasize them more to where one pitch matters here and there, one play matters here and there. Being able to get a bunt down or move runners, all those things add up to wins and losses at the end of the day, and wins and losses determine whether or not we keep playing. So little things matter, but at the end of the day, the belief in one another, the care that these guys have for each other, man, that's something special that they'll take with them. The guys that are leaving here hopefully will take with them the rest of their life. And I know yesterday at practice there was a lot of emotional guys just thinking that it could have been the last practice they spent together, and I think that goes hand in hand with how special this program is and how much guys love being here. And for me, if we're doing that as a program and having an impact on young men's lives, we're doing our job. And like I said, I believe the wins will continue to follow.